Hey guys, it's Steven here and welcome to my channel. This channel is all about investing for your financial future. So if this is the type of content you like, go ahead and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Today we'll show you how to buy stocks on Charles Schwab and show you some of the terms related with stock buying. If you have any other comments or questions, go ahead and leave those below as you go through this video. Once you have a Charles Schwab account, have logged in and funded your account, go to the top of the toolbar and hit trade to get to the trading page. From here, you'll be able to purchase any stocks or other securities you want to buy. On this page at the top left, you'll see where you can select the account you want to use to make purchases. If you have multiple accounts, click this down arrow to select the account you want to use. Once you have the account selected, to the right of that, it'll show you the cash amount that you have available to trade. So on this account, I have about $195.29 that I can use to trade. Next, we will go to the symbol. And from here, you can enter the symbol of the stock or security you wish to purchase. If you know the direct ticker for the stock, that is the easiest to do. But let's say you don't know what the ticker is and you want to buy into Apple stock. So we'll use Apple stock as an example today. You can go ahead and spell out Apple, and it'll bring you a list of companies that have Apple in their name. And the one we're looking for today is the tech company Apple, and that's this AAPL Incorporated. And you do want to make sure you do select the correct company before you're making the purchase. Once you select that, it'll automatically populate that it is a stock on there. Now, if you did not know what the ticker is and you want to confirm, you can always pull up another tab and just use a simple Google search to search for Apple stock or Apple ticker, and you'll pull up the result that tells you what it is. So here I just searched Apple ticker. It brought up it is AAPL that trades on the NASDAQ. So you could copy that and paste it into that symbol area as well to bring up the symbol of the stock you want. There are other strategies as well when we're looking at this, and the main one we're focusing on today is the stock. But if you open up the strategy area, you can buy other things such as options and other spreads and more advanced trading strategies, but we won't worry about those today. So once you have this ticker symbol selected as Apple, you see all this information on the right. So let's kind of go through just a few of the basics on here so you understand what we're looking at here. The price of the stock is $131.97. And when it shows plus 1.01, it's showing today the price has gone up by $1.01, or a percentage of 0.77% increase. The bid is how much a buyer is willing to pay for the stock, and the ask is how much a seller is willing to sell their stock for. So we see there is always a little bit of difference between the bid and the ask. Now, if you were to bid essentially $132, which is what a seller is asking for, you would immediately get that stock at that price. For the day range, that's the minimum and the high price for the day. So for this day, the high was $133.46 and the low was $131.10. The 52-week range shows the minimum stock price within the past 52 weeks at $53.15 and a high of $137.98. When you look at volume, that's how much the stock is being traded on a particular day. So higher volume means it's a more popular stock that's getting traded. Next, we would select the action we want to make. And today we're buying a stock. So we'll go ahead and hit select action here and hit buy. And if you saw when I hit this action button, there's other options as well. So if you were to sell, you would select sell and sell short. But we're just going over the buy selection today. So we go ahead and hit buy. And for the quantity, you enter the quantity you want to purchase today. So let's say if you want to buy 1 share of Apple, you enter 1. You want to buy 10 shares, you go ahead and enter 10 shares. And if you want to buy 100, you go ahead and enter 100. I say today we want to buy 1 share of Apple. Underneath the buy action, it shows a category where we can select whether you want to reinvest dividends or not. If you keep the reinvest dividends checked, stocks that distribute dividends will be reinvested into that stock at the market price. So you're essentially buying more of that stock with the distributions from that stock. You're having that stock buy you more shares of its own stock over a period of time, and that can make you more money. So if you don't need the distributions immediately, go ahead and keep that reinvest dividend selected. Just let that stock grow upon itself and make you more money in the long term. Then we get to the order types. So there's this little I button here that will go through what the order types are. So we click this here, it'll bring up the different types of order types. The most important one for us today is actually the market order. So let's go ahead and go through that together first. A market order is an order to buy or sell at the best price available when the order reaches the marketplace. A market order guarantees execution but not price. Basically what you're doing here, if you select it as a market order, is that you're going to say that you want to buy at the cheapest ask price that a seller's asking for at that time. So you're just buying the stock at the market price. And that is the easiest and most simple way to buy a stock. If you are a long-term investor, really the market order is the order that you'll be concerning yourself with, because you're not really going to care if the price of the stock is a few dollars more expensive or a few dollars cheaper if you're investing for a 5, 10, 20-year horizon or even longer. It won't make any difference if you're investing that long. Now there is also a limit order. In a limit order, it says it's in order to buy or sell security only at a price that specifies the limit or at a better price. What a limit order is if you want to buy a stock at a particular price, you would go ahead and use this. So you see today the stock is at around $131.97. But let's say you don't want to purchase it at $131.97 and you want to purchase it at $125. So you enter in $125, the limit price, and you place that order. What will happen is that once that stock reaches $125 in the day, or if it reaches $125 for the day, then your order will be executed and you'll buy a share of Apple at $125. Now, if the stock price does not drop to $125 in that day, then your order will not execute and then you won't own a share of Apple by the end of the day. There's also this timing section here that lets you decide how long you want to keep your order open for. So if you keep it for day only, the order will expire at the end of the trading day if not filled. Good until canceled is good for 60 calendar days or until filled or canceled. And then this fill or kill is canceled if not filled immediately in its entirety. Immediate cancel is canceled if not filled immediately, partially, or entirely. And extended hours, it's trading a stock ETF in extended hours trading session. So these last three, honestly, you don't really have to worry about too much. Those are a little bit more advanced trading. And if you're really just a long-term trader, day only is the best bet that you'll be using. And if you do really want to buy a stock within a certain period of time, then you could use the good until canceled for having that order be good for 60 calendar days. So let's go back and go to the order type again, because there were a few other ones we haven't gotten to yet. So the other ones we show is that there's a stop on order, a stop limit, and then a trailing stop. Now these options are more advanced, and as a beginner and you're just buying a stock for long term, there's not really a point to discuss some of these. But if you have any questions about these, you can go ahead and leave those below. But for a beginner, we can go ahead and just ignore these for the time being. Underneath the order type, there's also this optional button. If you hit the optional button, it'll show that you can select all or none, which indicates if you want the order to execute in buying the entire quantity you want or none of the quantity. So let's say you weren't buying just one share, but you're buying 2 shares. If you're buying 2 shares, if you hit all or none, that means order will only execute at the price you want for the whole quantity, or you won't purchase any of the quantity at all. Now, if you hit for a minimum quantity, that will indicate how many shares you're willing to allow the order to execute at. If you don't select any of these, it's not really that big of a deal, because what it will do is that, let's say you're buying 2 shares of Apple stock and you want it at $125. If there's only one seller that's willing to sell $125 at that time, Charles Schwab will automatically purchase just 1 share at $125 for you at that time. And then once there's another seller that's willing to sell to you $125, then Charles Schwab will execute the second one. So you get your 2 shares of Apple stock. Let's go ahead and do a buy quantity of 1 for a market order and day only. This gives us an estimated amount of $132. We'll go ahead and hit review order, and it'll bring us to the next page to verify the order we had entered. It's saying that we're going to be buying 1 Apple share at market for a day only. We're going to be reinvesting our dividends, and that's correct. On the right hand side, it shows the stock information for Apple that we saw on the previous page and discussed. It shows that our estimated amount is about $132. Estimated commission is $0, as there's no commission costs or fees associated with buying stocks or ETFs on Charles Schwab, and the estimated total amount is $132. Order messages is just a brief summary of what you're doing for this order. 1 shows the dividends will be reinvested. 2, it says your account currently holds X number of shares of Apple. 3, the market is now closed. The order will be placed for next trading day. So because right now I'm showing this example while the market is closed, the order will be entered in, and then on the next trading day, the order will be submitted for execution. Now, if you're entering the order during the trading day, the order will be submitted immediately for execution. 4, the order will be entered for the next standard market session and will not be entered in the extended hours trading session. And then 5, quote at the time of order verification is $132 for the asked price. And before placing this order, you want to verify that all the information you entered is correct. And once you have done that, you go ahead and just hit place order and it'll put in your order. This page will show that your order has been received. Thank you, we have received your order. And you are buying 1 Apple share at market price for a day only, and you'll be reinvesting the dividends. It'll give you your order transaction ID and count that it's going into. And that is it. So congratulations, you have made your first stock purchase and you've bought a share of Apple. Hope you guys enjoyed this content. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell for more videos delivered to you. If you guys have any other questions or comments, go ahead and leave those below. And you guys have a great one.